1. Which document must a driver always carry while operating a vehicle under SAAQ regulations? A. Social insurance card. B. Vehicle registration certificate. C. Birth certificate. D. Proof of residency. 2. What is the primary purpose of the SAAQ knowledge test? A. To assess driving speed. To evaluate theoretical understanding of road safety. C. To check mechanical skills. D. To test memory only. 3. Which factor most affects a driver's ability to perceive hazards accurately? A. Seat position. B. Emotional state and focus. Tire condition. D. Vehicle make and model. 4. When teaching a learner driver, what adult learning principles should be prioritized? A. Memorization of signs only. B. Linking new information to prior experiences. C. Passive listening. D. Imitation without explanation. 5. In Quebec, the SAAQ's graduated licensing program primarily aims to A. Allow unlimited practice immediately. B. Develop skills gradually and reduce collision risk. C. Remove age limits for licensing. D. Focus only on vehicle ownership. 6. During a pre-trip inspection, if a driver finds a serious mechanical issue, the correct action is to A. Continue the trip cautiously. B. Record the issue and drive anyway. C. Report and repair before operating the vehicle. D. Ignore it if the lights work properly. 7. What is a key benefit of mentorship in driver education programs? A. It reduces the need for written tests. B. It allows direct observation and corrective feedback. C. It replaces simulation training. D. It limits learner independence. 8. Which communication strategy best supports learner drivers during evaluations? A. Giving orders rapidly. B. Providing clear, calm instructions with reasoning. C. Speaking in technical jargon. D. Withholding feedback until the end. 9. The SAAQ requires drivers to renew their licenses primarily to A. Generate revenue for the province. B. Reconfirm eligibility and maintain safety standards. C. Penalize older drivers. D. Limit vehicle ownership. 10. A driver under Quebec's zero alcohol rule is found with .02 BAC. What is the likely consequence? A. Verbal warning only. B. License suspension and fine. C. Vehicle upgrade requirement. D. Retaking the written test only. 11. Which is most aligned with regulatory compliance under SAAQ driving instruction? A. Ignoring learner anxiety. B. Documenting progress according to official standards. C. Allowing unrecorded practice sessions. D. Giving unapproved handouts. 12. When evaluating learner progress, which method ensures fairness? A. Comparing learners with each other. B. Using standardized rubrics and criteria. C. Basing judgment on personal opinion. D. Ignoring assessment results. 13. Which behavior best reflects defensive driving principles? A. Assuming others will yield. B. Anticipating potential risks and adjusting accordingly. C. Speeding to avoid traffic. D. Relying solely on mirrors. 14. Which regulation governs Quebec's demerit point system? A. Federal Highway Act. B. SAAQ Highway Safety Code. C. Vehicle Safety Assurance Act. D. Quebec Transport Council Law. 15. What is the most effective approach to teaching complex driving maneuvers? A. Repetitive lecturing. B. Step-by-step demonstration and feedback. C. Reading manuals silently. D. Avoiding learner mistakes. 16. Which factor is considered during an SAAQ road test evaluation? A. Vehicle color. B. Communication and decision-making skills. C. Amount of gas in tank. D. Personal opinion of examiner. 17. How can instructors ensure adult learners remain motivated? A. By using punishment for errors. B, by emphasizing relevance and practical application. C, by assigning random tasks. By giving identical lessons to all. 18. A key element in curriculum development for SAAQ driver education is A, basing lessons on national research and safety data. B, ignoring learner diversity. Reducing topics yearly. Focusing solely on theory. 19. Which component of communication most impacts learner comprehension? A, tone, clarity, and body language. B, complex vocabulary. C, fast speaking. D, written exams only. 20. A learner consistently violates stop signs. An effective mentoring approach would be to A, dismiss the issue. B, explain the safety reasoning and practice repetition. C, punish the learner publicly. D, skip the test temporarily. 21. Which document outlines the penalties for distracted driving in Quebec? A, Safety Regulation Manual. B, Highway Safety Code. C, Federal Vehicle Policy. D, Municipal Traffic Guide. 22. Which adult learning method is most effective for skill retention in road safety? A, visual demonstration and active practice. B, repetitive note copying. C, listening to long lectures. D, memorizing definitions. 23. Why must an instructor update their knowledge of SAAQ rules regularly? A, laws and standards evolve frequently. To pass time. C, to avoid teaching practical lessons. D, to reduce training duration. 24. In SAAQ's demerit system, exceeding the limit leads to A, license suspension or revocation. Discount on renewal fees. C, free retraining course. D, temporary warning only. 25. Which evaluation method ensures transparency during driver assessments? A, clear rubrics and documented results. B, verbal comments without notes. C, guest-based scoring. D, private grading. 26. Which step should precede developing a driver training module? A, needs analysis and learner assessment. B, issuing certificates. Conducting road tests. D, reviewing marketing materials. 27. How does reflective practice improve driving instruction? A, encourages instructors to analyze and enhance teaching methods. Limits flexibility. C, increases rote repetition. Reduces communication. 28. Which aspect defines ethical mentoring in SAAQ driver training? A, equal treatment and confidentiality. B, showing favoritism. C, accepting bribes for passes. D, ignoring learner feedback. 29. What is a main regulatory responsibility of a licensed driving school under SAAQ oversight? A, maintaining instructor certification and reporting compliance. B, setting its own laws. C, operating without insurance. D, avoiding documentation. 30. When preparing learners for the knowledge test, the instructor should focus on A, concept comprehension and scenario application. B, memorizing all numbers only. C, repeating questions. D, ignoring visuals. 31. Under SAAQ safety education, hazard perception training emphasizes A, early identification of risks and proactive decision-making. B, fast reactions only. C, aggressive driving tactics. D, ignoring pedestrians. 32. How can feedback be most effective after a learner's evaluation? A, immediate, specific, and constructive. B, delayed and general. C, emotional and subjective. D, avoided altogether. 33. In SAAQ licensing, who is responsible for ensuring the vehicle's insurance validity? A, the driver or vehicle owner. B, the instructor. C, the passenger. The examiner. 34. When developing a driving curriculum, which goal aligns best with SAAQ standards? A. Promoting safe, responsible, and autonomous driving. B. Prioritizing speed and competition. C. Ignoring environmental impact. D. Reducing reflective learning. 35. What factor is most likely to increase collision risk among new drivers? A. Overconfidence and lack of experience. B. Strict supervision. C. High compliance. D. Advanced feedback skills. 36. When analyzing learner performance, which metric is most valuable? A. Consistent improvement over time. B. Single perfect score. C. Peer comparison. Unrecorded attempts. 37. Which best describes the role of the SAAQ? A. Regulates road safety, licensing, and vehicle insurance in Quebec. Sells vehicles. C. Controls parking spaces. D. Imports traffic signals. 38. Which rule must all Quebec drivers follow regarding seatbelts? A. Required for all occupants at all times. B. Optional for adults. C. Only front passengers must wear. Depends on city bylaws. 39. When teaching adults, an instructor should recognize they A. Learn best through experience and self-direction. B. Need continuous supervision. C. Prefer unrelated activities. D. Avoid feedback. 40. What is the legal limit for blood alcohol concentration for fully licensed drivers in Quebec? A. C. 41. During adverse weather, the safest driver response is to A. Reduce speed and increase following distance. Maintain usual speed. C. Turn off headlights. D. Drive on cruise control.